Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. I'm your host Vikash Shrivastava. Today we have with us the Chairman and Managing Director of ONGC, Mr. Arun Kumar Singh. He'll be talking to us about the financial highlights of Q4 and FY23, as well as take us through to the latest developments and his plans for diversifications. So welcome to BQ Prime, Mr. Singh.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, we saw your results. We have noticed that there was some impact on the profitability of the company. The company had loss because of your tax dispute on the Panna Mukti. So can you take us through what exactly were the reasons and what your profitability would have been without this impact?
So to answer your question, the last part first, our profit would have been around 9,000 crore if we had not provided last quarter profit.
Right.
If we had not provided for this tax dispute figures. That is around at PAT level, I'm saying it was 12,000 crore total dispute. So PAT impact is 9,000. Therefore, you see that exactly we had a loss of around 200 plus crores.
Okay.
So this tax dispute, if you remove this tax dispute issue, then our profit would have been PAT would have been 47,000 crore
For full year.
for full year,
Oh.
standalone basis. So, but because of this, we had to, account for this because we strongly believe that, we have GST on royalty is not a right thing because it will amount to tax on tax.
Yeah.
But this this matter has gone to Honorable Supreme Court, and hopefully there will be some judgment someday. But Indian accounting standard seeks us to provide for such kind of thing. If this management feels in its judgment that is a big amount, and if it goes this way or that way, it should not affect company. So as a matter of extreme conservative position, we have factored in that, but we are hopeful that it will work in our favor, and if that works, then we'll be again writing back that amount. Yeah.
But sir, if we see on console basis, there was impact on the EBITDA as well as margins. So what were the reasons that affected that?
So consolidated basis, two main reasons for the substantive fall. One is HPC. HPC lost because it's subsidiary and it gets accounted fully in console. So HPC lost a good amount of money, and in comparison to last year, HPC made good money.
Right.
So net impact over last year in comparison to last year is around 14,000 crore. So it is a huge. Plus, we also added one had small, because gas prices were very high, and Opal lost some money. So if you knock out this, then there is no EBITDA level. There is a massive.
So margin impact was also because of that.
Margin impact, because margin means EBITDA level we took a hit, and that hit is primarily attributed to subsidiaries.
Okay. So if you can take us through your KG D5, that Krishna Godavari.
We call it KG 98/2.
98/2. KG DWN 98/2. Yeah. So somewhere I read it's D5 also because it's adjacent to the
Reliance. Yeah.
So what is the current production level there? And during the conference you said that you want to take it to 11 to 12 MMSCMD next year.
So right now it is producing 1.6 to 1.7. With some intervention, it will very soon be 2 MMSCM per day. And 98/2 is a major capex in offing, which having oil and gas both. Oil production, everything is ready except for some work on the seabed. And as you know that it is on the mouth of, so riser have been connected. So some manifold has to go. So best case scenario is if everything nature supports us, then is August. If nature doesn't support us to that extent, that is October. So that is for oil production. August, October. Okay. That is the oil frame. And that will start with, that is ultimately supposed to go to 45,000 barrels a day. So it will begin small and then keep ramping up.
So October, you're looking at how much?
October is commissioning. What I'm talking about is commissioning. So matlab oil production will commence. And once it commences, then gradually will ramp up. And gas production is little away because that we are hoping that in March 24, it should come on stream. And that is around, we are saying that we are already producing 9 to 10 will add. So hopefully it should be 11 to 12 MMSCM per day from 98 baht.
Right. So that will be by when? 11 to 12?
March.
March.
March or little later because March again will commission. So most of the gas will come next year.
And the total capex that is planned for that is $5 billion. Yes.
No, in fact, total as of now approved sanction is around 25,000 crore. So 3 billion. And so that is, but of course FPSO is an OPEX model. So otherwise is very strong, and 70 part is already spent. Next year we will spend the remaining part. This year we are spending all the part.
So most of the fossil fuel company, they are slowly transitioning towards greener fuel and greener kind of energy development projects. So you also have outlined some 1 lakh crore
for green fuel.
For green. So can you highlight a little bit more what exactly?
So there are 3 parts to it. One part is is our own fossil fuel consumption. That will contain through Scope 1 and Scope 2 measures. Today I announced that by 2038 ONGC wants to be Scope 1 and Scope 2 compliant. First part is that solar again. Second part is around the clock. There are means of battery or non-battery means. Non-battery means is capital intense, and we feel that India has a strong story there. So that also we are pitching very strong. And third part is what we said is other means. So for your first question is concerned, India will grow on both very strongly for few years till fuel then start tapering, and then it goes for next 5-10 years. Indian fuel story, fossil fuel story will continue to be very strong, and therefore ONGC should continue to be aggressive in oil and gas space.
So this, when you talk about solar is 5 gigawatt?
That we are now contemplating 5 gigawatt.
5 gigawatt. In how many years? It's
2-3 years.
2-3 years. And 1 million tons per annum of green ammonia. Not hydrogen, green
ammonia.
Okay. And wind, how much you are planning?
Wind, if all goes well, it can be also in gigawatt, but it depends on what happens in, what happens in policy space. So let's see.
So 2 more questions. One on ONGC's overall production, especially in India. How much you are looking at in next 2 to 3 years? And next question would be on OVL.
So I'll tell you something that 2 to 3 years of story, if you ask up to 26, then I told you about 15 million ton of OVL. OVL will be today 12.5 to 13 this year, and 2.5 to 3 million ton if you add Mozambique, then it is a 15 million ton oil and gas. And ONGC should be around in 2 to 3 years, at least in a worst case scenario also, it should be 45, 46. So it will become almost 60 million ton. 60 million ton is the 2-3 year picture of ONGC and OVL put together.
And if we talk about our foreign assets, just last question on Mozambique and Venezuela, if you can throw some light.
So Mozambique is, as I told you, is a great positive news. It is moving. Work is restarting. Hopefully 26 we will have, gas, LNG coming to all over the world. So that is something that is a very positive news. Venezuela continues to be a problematic because as you know, it is a sanctioned country, and we have limitations in production and export. So we are trying our best with we are thinking that someday some relaxation was given to other countries, same relaxation will be given to Venezuela by Western world, and in that case we have very strong presence there. So that also can add well to our kitty.
How much is the dividend we get from Venezuela?
Now there is a big problem because
No.
now production and now it is because of sanctions and both issue production as well as repatriation of money, both are issue.
But somebody was telling me that now fuel swapping is something that.
So that is exactly.
Yes.
So we are also trying through same route
Mm.
that if Iran can be permitted export for food, whether the same thing can be done for Venezuela. So that diplomatic channel people are working very strong.
Okay. Thank you very much for talking.
Thank
to
you.
us.
Thank you.